So the process of backing up all the information on drive C into the external hard drive finished. This is the hard drive that I put the backup file into, and this is the 8 GB flash memory that I'm gonna use as a bootable Windows. So now I'm gonna close everything, close this one. As you can see here, I have a 76 GB file, which is the backup file here. So I'm gonna leave it here and close everything, and then I removed my external hard drive and put it aside. Here are all the things you want for this process. My device has two types of screws. It has 10 pieces of these little ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, which need a T6 40mm screwdriver. This one, which is a form of star shapes, the tip, and two other screws which are hidden behind these rubber seals that I use this screwdriver, which is PH00 40mm for unscrewing them. Some laptops may have more types of screws, so I suggest you to label the screws in order not to forget their position. Also, you can record the process of opening your device to be able to remember everything. So I'm finished with the little ones. I unscrew 10 pieces of them, and I'm gonna proceed with removing these rubber seals. I use my fingernail to detach these rubber seals, and then I'm able to proceed to unscrew these two other bigger screws. Now that you unscrewed everything, you have to pry this back lid open. If you have a vacuum, you can vacuum it from the lower part, but make sure you're not pushing it so hard, because there are some fittings here in the upper part of your laptop. I don't have this vacuum thing, so since it is a very tight fit model, I have to use a very slim tool like this. This tool has a very slim blade, and I'm gonna use the corner of this blade to pry it open from the lower part. As you can see, this is my SSD hard drive, and this one is my HDD hard drive. First of all, I suggest you to detach the battery for safety reasons. You can use your fingernail to detach it, but be careful not to detach all the things, because there's two parts and I just detached the upper part, not the lower part, which is stick to the motherboard. After detaching the battery, I can proceed to open this SSD. I use the same screwdriver, PH00 40mm, to unscrew this one. And since this screw is different from other screws, I put it in the middle of my case. That's it. You can easily remove your hard drive. This is my old SSD drive which has 128 gigabytes storage. And then I'm gonna open these 256 gigabytes ADATA SX6000 Lite. This device comes with a metal cap for making it cooler. I already attached this metal cap on SSD hard drive. So now I'm ready to put it into the connector. Put it here gently and push it to the connector. Make sure you put this screw here. That's it, very simple. Then reconnect the battery. That's it. Now I can close this arm. First, put the upper part in its position and then make sure all the edges are connected. That's it. I will proceed screwing all the screws in their position. Finally, I reconnect these rubber seals. Now it's time to transfer your image to the SSD hard drive. With your AC adapter charger plugged in, connect the bootable flash and the external hard drive in which you have the image of your old storage drive. Then hold down F2 and at the same time turn your system on. This takes you to the BIOS settings. For my ASUS computer, I hold down F2, but for different laptops it may be different. So search online for your special BIOS key. Now you have to go to boot menu and then go to boot option 1, enter and change it to general USB flash disk. Then go to save and exit.
And this is how your system will reboot to the Macrium Reflect software. Here, click on Browse for an image file. Then in your external hard drive, find your backup file. On your image file, hit Restore Image. Make sure the source is your image and the destination is your hard drive C, which is your new hard drive. Then click Next and finish. The process of restoring the image file has finished. And you can reboot your system. Now remove your bootable flash memory and wait for your system to reboot. Open disk management.
Okay, now we have our Windows recovered. Here you can see all the things came back. We recovered all the things, but still there is a problem with the storage on drive C, which although I installed a 256 gigabyte hard drive, as you can see we still have 118 gigabyte on drive C. So here on disk management you can see there is around 120 gigabyte unallocated partition here. So when you want to reallocate this partition to your disk drive, you have to extend this volume, but as you can see this extend volume is grayed out. So the solution is here. Go here and type in cmd, right click here and run as administrator. Here we have the command prompt with the access of administrator. Here type in disk part, then select disk 0, then type in list partition. As you can see you have the same 4 partitions here. We have Air 571, this recovery partition which we have to delete is partition 4. So select partition 4. Now partition 4 is selected. Then delete partition override. As you can see here, the partition that was a recovery partition now is deleted. So now if we right click on this portion, we have extend volume. Click on extend volume, next, next, and finish. So the problem solved. We have all the disk space on hard drive in drive C. As you can see, this is refreshed and updated.